This is the first match, and I hope you guys are not expecting good gameplay, because I was tournament nervous. This was on stream. They also had Kagu, who's like the best blaster player at this time still. At least I think it's Kagu. It might have been Kagugo, which is a different player. So you'll notice I don't use the shield that much, and that's because pulling up the shield is actually really fucking slow. At the start of the game, it's like 8 frames slower. See? Yeah, everyone, this was still the period where everyone was still kind of not very good at this game, because, you know, new game. Also, there's Moray without jumps across. Times have changed. I didn't even get to do anything for the start of the game. This is working, right? Okay, yeah. Team Luna and L3? Well, right now, this is during 1.3, so this is the baller meta. So this is when baller was, like, unshreddable and had a big hitbox, so they're running double baller. Like, their comp here is... Well, Try was meta before, so people were still playing it, and then Savage was doing the new Brella. I think they switched later. And then these two were meta picks. And then Double T-Tech was okay. Charger was good because Ray just got buffed, and Brella was new, so it was still, like, solid, but nobody knew it. So it's like, these comps are not far off from meta. It's just weird meta. And we had 2 people ride tower for the checkpoint because Mori Towers is a 60-point checkpoint. And yeah, I launched shield by accident like 3 times, I think, in this tournament. That's one of them. There's me shielding the Luna. I accidentally launched it again. I had unlocked Hero Brella, but it's been like... It was a few days since I played it. I wasn't really thinking about it as much. If I remember correctly. But yeah, we got the checkpoint. Oh yeah, this thing has, if you're wondering why I'm getting rain so fast, this thing was like 160 rain. For some reason. So that's also a thing. The L3 is 170 on their team as well. I think I just die here. Yeah. Look, I said it was the first time using Brella. I did not say it was good. I got better at it like 1.4. By that time, I got used to it a good bit. Oh yeah, Brella had worse damage at this time too. Like max damage. So Brella shoots 6 pellets, not 5. So the damage would cap at 90 still, but you would do 15 per pellet instead of 18. And right now it does 16.2. So even though the max damage was higher, the pellets themselves did less damage. Something like that. And yeah, I would just ride tower. Like, I was like, oh, I can sprinkler body block, and I can hold umbrella shield. To protect the tower, despite that they have a fucking Luna and a Try, but you know. My sprinkler broke by the wall. One of them fell off the map from the inkjet. My sprinkler broke again. And then I did the first ever Brella shield on the Luna. And I blocked one of his shots, which won us the game. That was the Twitter clip right there at the end. That was what was clipped. Because everyone was like, oh, that's so cool. He shielded the tower. Because that was like, that was a thing that nobody did before. Because it came out an hour ago. I think the next game I went back to Octobrush. Because it was one of my favorite map modes for it. And then I went back to Brella. Which is weird. I played Octobrush and I played Try, but everyone was like, dude, your Brella did really good on Mori, which no, it didn't, but like, I mean, I guess that game went really fast, so I just went back to Brella, and then Savage went back to Pro that they normally use, so I think it's like Kyo, Blaster, I forget who the Charger is. Or maybe that's Kaugo on Try, actually. I mean, on Blaster. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's Tomo. And then we won that game too. I grabbed the Rainmaker and we won. And that's it. That's the tournament set. That's it. And there's Rafa down there, by the way. Rafa was still playing the game. So yeah. Wow, that Rainmaker Starfish game though. Yeah, I think the Rainmaker Starfish I clutched the defense or something. Oh yeah, look at old Rainmaker Starfish. Yeah, I did clutch it. I did clutch this game. Yeah, first look at this map, but yeah, this was my first, like, I guess the Mori technically counts, but this was an actual clutch. I dropped, I got the Brella, and then I killed someone with the rain, and I made the try look at me. Again, people still bad at the game, but, you know, the weapon came out, like, literally an hour ago, so give me some slack. And that's it. After that, I think I played L3 a bit more for my team. Oh yeah, here's good shield use. So this is, I think this is the day after or so, or it's very close. I was playing with Mecha. And I shielded the Dapple to save his landing. Completely unintentional. Mecha's playing Dapple for no reason, by the way. It was like, I shielded the bomb for him, and we were like, whoa, that's so cool. And then I shielded this guy, and we're like, whoa, that's so cool. Also, look how much damage Brella takes. This is before the multipliers. Look at that. Shooter did damage to the shield, bro. That's crazy. And then we ran and got the lead. And I shielded him a little bit again there, but then I got bumped. So yeah, I called it the first good shield use. Wow, this is old. Yeah, I think outside of that, I was trying out for a team. Oh yeah, Neptune. Yeah, this is when Neptune started. Well, Eclipse slash 3K army that would eventually just be Neptune. So, yeah, eventually Baller meta died off, Brella got buffed, and I went to one-tricking Brella. Damn, back in the day where I would play an entire tournament with just Brella. We'd fight a pickup first. I don't think anything notable happened from the pickup. And then we fought Yami, who was top div. We were the second highest div, which was a whole thing at the time, because I thought it was bullshit. And then a lot of people thought it wasn't. And I remember the staff being very upset. And then we sweeped our entire division, except for the grand finals. Like, we won 5-2, 5-1, or 5-0 every single game of Ludi. And then the grand finals was 5-4, a very close set. We actually lost the first 3 games of that set, and then we ran it back, best of 9. This is Yami still, double Ray, because yeah, fun meta. Oh yeah, you'll see more of that later. And then we fought Saikai. I still played Brella the whole time. Oh yeah, we played every map mode, by the way, because we were too stupid to ban things at this time. We were like, oh no, man, we're gonna miss playing on Walleye Warehouse Rainmaker with 5 Stingrays on zones, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. People thought we were going to miss this, by the way. People thought we were going to miss this. Yeah, this was the 2-2 match decider, is just dodge the Stingray simulator while I paint the zone with my main weapon, good painting sub for the last time, and a good painting special. And just not dying for the most part. See, I failed there. Painting. And then everyone would just throw rays at each other. It was so fun. And then we won. Look at that. 6, 5, 5, 5, 7. Not as much as today's special output, but yeah, that was kind of ridiculous at the time. And then we fought Legacy. And we beat Legacy. And we won the tournament. Yay! Oh yeah, we had Kale playing with us. Kale was subbing. That was back when Tomo was still a thing, I think. But yeah. That was probably like a good tournament result. I had a lot of good tournament results at the start of the game, but I just don't have a lot of them uploaded, honestly. Like, this is all the way down to 3.2, this Sorella Brella. So. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff unlisted, but it's mostly just solo games and really shit montages. I kept some of them that were not the worst. But yeah. It was a weird time. Alright, though. I guess that's a little bit of a look into the past. Of the strange. I mean, it was fun. The meta kind of wasn't, but... I don't know. It was too new for anyone to care. Like, no one was super hard abusing everything yet. Like, people hadn't figured out exactly the best ray weapon to spam, or to use it in your spawn shield and run a bunch of charge ups. So it's like, it got worse later on, because people started figuring out, yeah, that's my history with Brella. Now I have fucking, what, 3.4 mil on this almost, and almost 5 mil on this one? You know, I sank more time into Brella in this game than any other weapon. And I don't think that's ever really gonna change. So, you know. These two are my... this weapon in its 2 kits, and I guess there's a little bit on this now, are my most played weapon in this game. And, you know, I think that's a lot of my legacy with Splatoon. The other one, I guess, that people probably, like, a lot of people started to know me from is this one. It's Kensa Rapid with this gear set that I've had for 2 years. This one. Which is, it's still somewhat close to the Brellas, honestly. The Brellas is like 8.5 million, and this one's almost at 7. It's not bad. But yeah, I came up with the torpedo spots. I called this weapon good before anyone played it. And it was like, I started picking up this weapon after I got like established in like +1 and stuff, so. Heck, I'll do 1 game with it. So it's like, even though I didn't play it as long as Brella, I played it when I was a more relevant player. And, like, had more of a following, so. And it's weird, though, because it's like, I still wouldn't consider any of those weapons, like, my main weapon that I'm, like, most comfortable with. I was still very comfortable with those 2. And there was also a bit of X-Blusher that I played, but it's like, I wouldn't say anything was the same tier as how comfortable I felt with range at the end of Splatoon 1. Even though I was a much better player. It wasn't, like, a big difference, but it was there. I guess another point is playing against Japan. When I played against Japan, I didn't really get... Well, I played against Japan with Brella, but it was a long time ago. Like, I was with Neptune and stuff, so I did good then, but it wasn't really a special thing. I played against a lot of the top Japanese players, and I tend to do best against them with K-Rapid. I guess this is like the weapon I would consider myself most comfortable nowadays if I had to jump into a set. I mean, I'm good with range. But range is good at weapon. Damn, I was hoping we'd at least get a point or 2. Oh, the jet tried to do a little cheeky. Dude, you're gonna bring the range at me. Please don't do that. Oh, that's a teleport. It's okay. I figured there was someone there. Just a little bit too suspicious. A lot of Stingray this game. Ooh, nice kills, Carbon. Oh, wow. Who are pack miss, but I think he'll live. This is gonna be a very good game. Ooh, I want to try to help a roller. Nice burst bombs. Dude, we are coordinated with the burst bombs and rapid shots from, like, the jet and the carbon. actual coordinated solo team. Get points here. I like Torp Spots the best. That's my favorite tech. I like Brella shielding, but like parrying is just too difficult to be like a consistent tech I can use even with how experienced I am with it. I mean, maybe it'd be different if I like played without as much latency, but... Oh wow, he didn't die to that. I'm very surprised. Not panic. Yeah, that was a fun match. Both teams felt pretty damn even there. I think that's a good place to end it off on.